He's one of the best characters in Waiting.
He left at the height of his
There's
career.
nothing great. There's nothing great about that movie.
Waiting?
Yeah.
Disavow. We're not brothers. I disavow.
That's the podcast. All right, this is episode 52, right?
Oh, we're going right into it?
Doesn't matter.
All
I was
right.
going to say it. Michael looks like Damien from Mean Girls.
Yeah, he does. Ooh, I'm glad you looked that up.
And none for Gretchen Wieners. Bye. What a great movie.
Go here. Yeah.
Fantastic movie.
He doesn't even go here. That's so good.
I'm sure it didn't age well. Has
No,
anyone
dude,
watched it recently?
I watched it like fairly
What do you mean
recently.
hasn't
It's
aged
still
well?
pretty good.
I don't know. I mean, 9 times out of 10, those movies don't.
I've watched that movie multiple times, and it still makes me laugh.
That movie's so good.
Nick,
Yeah,
you're
it's-
silent.
it-
Are you not a Mean Girls girl?
I respect all humans for everything they believe and love them for all that they offer.
Nick's
So
more
can-
of a mean
Get in, bitch. We're going shopping.
It's gonna be
I'm not wearing pink
13%
today.
chance of rain today.
Based on the left titty.
What a great show.
The NAFTA podcast.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
NAFTA Podcast, episode 52. Full crew is back. We are midweek recording. Dylan, Nick, and Michael in the house. Dylan, I'll start with you. Thais Nunez, savior, no longer being relegated, all the way out. We don't have to like tiptoe around it. How you doing this week?
First off, not all the way out, so screw you. Second of all, I guess we can say the record signing was worth it. You know, to get that one goal, like 30 games in.
You never know. I think retrospectively we'll look back and think that was the most important signing of the year. Nick,
You're welcome, Dylan.
you guys are 500. Baseball wise, how you feeling?
Oh, dude, feeling great. It's nice to put a few hits on the board. I thought you'd just get a kick out of the... We broke the no perfect game streak yesterday. Bottom first pitch. My leadoff hitter hits a dinger. Except for the fact that I'm 98% sure it bounced off the kid's glove, off the ground, and then over the fence. But the umpires didn't see it, so I just told the kid to keep on running, and they called a home run.
Smart.
Yeah, that's a
Very high school.
High
Very high school baseball.
I was gonna say a high school Canseco moment. Love to see that. Michael, Jude Bellingham officially not a priority for Liverpool. Whoa, whoops, yikes for Liverpool. How you doing?
It's a sad day, John.
Bad day, sad day.
I mean, I don't even know how to put it into words. I guess Paul Joyce just fucking tweeted it and just killed me in the meantime.
It's tough to be a fan of a team who got a point away from the top team in the league, and you don't even get to enjoy it for like 48 hours.
Yeah, should have won.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that, but you know.
Paul Joyce also famously said that we were out on Allison too, but
Is that why you're depressed,
It sounds
Michael?
like you're spin zoning it.
no, seriously, there's a tweet that says if Liverpool have officially stopped pursuing Roma goalkeeper Allison, and I think like the next week we signed him. But
So you're good.
Yeah.
no, because there's like 4 outlets that are saying that we're like not pursuing him anymore.
All I
Who's
know
going,
is the
Real
famous, or Man United or Man City are the 3 other destinations.
All of them would be a massive kick in like every Liverpool, like my collective ball. It would be like a continuous kick in my nuts every single day. Like, not just one time. It would be for the rest of my life.
You'd have a Groundhog Day of nut kicks. That's tough.
Yeah.
Some people don't come back from that.
I wouldn't.
That annoying kid on TikTok admitted it, and that's where I get my news on Liverpool. The redhead, whatever that kid's name is.
What? Yeah, he's something. All right, I gotta take this off. I'm dying.
Yeah, you're sweating.
Like your hopes for Jude.
Nick.
I didn't know Nick had
I don't
it.
want to hear it.
Yeah, I was like, damn. I thought he was gonna be a silent partner in this one, and then lo and behold, towards the end. All right.
SBD.
We're gonna dive into the weekend's matches, chat through them. Michael, I do apologize. It's tough news to hear. I know that was your one shining moment. It's hard when someone actually wants to go to Liverpool and they don't spend the money to do it, but nonetheless, let's just go right in.
Hang on, 30
Manchester
seconds,
United-
Dylan. It means silent but deadly. That's all. You can move on.
I thought it meant something different.
Oh, you missed Dylan trying to figure out what SBD meant for a good 25 seconds.
Suck balls, dick.
Yeah, I was thinking somewhere closer to that.
I was just going with the classic silent but deadly, but you know.
Nick goes like this, like fucking. Let me get a TV timeout real quick.
That's the first TV timeout in podcast history.
Shit is crazy.
Love it. Nick, let's start with you. Man United 2, Everton 0. McTominay scored in the 36th. Martial scored in the 71st. Big 2-0 win for you guys. Villa 2-0 over Forest. Traore in the 48th and Watkins in the 90th. Ollie Watkins has been scoring like it's actually his job, which it is. Brentford 1, Newcastle 2. Ivan Toney took him up 1-0 on a pen in the 45th. Raya had an own goal to tie it up in the 54th, and then Isak scored in the 61st for 3 points for Newcastle. West Ham beat Fulham 1-0. A Harrison Reed own goal in the 23rd minute is the difference maker there. Leicester City lose to Bournemouth 1-0. Philip Billing in the 40th minute get the lone goal for Bournemouth. Spurs, they beat Brighton and Hove Albion, much to our chagrin. Son in the 10th. Lewis Dunk tied it up in the 34th. And then Harry Kane in the 79th. Dylan, what's up?
Sorry, John. I just want to rephrase. I don't think it should be Tottenham beat Brighton. The refs beat Brighton. You can
1000%.
True.
You
True.
can continue now.
True. Actually, that's a very good interjection. I do appreciate that. Dylan, speaking of your Wolves, 1-0 over Chelsea. A game that we all love to see and none of us got to pick. No one did double euphoria. Nunez scored in the 31st as a lone goal there. Southampton got absolutely battered by City. Holland in the 45th and the 68th. Grealish in the 58th and Alvarez in the 75th. Southampton's lone goals in the 72nd by Mara. And then Leeds. What a game this was. Go up 1-0 by Bamford in the 21st and then 5 unanswered by Roy Hodgson and Palace. Guyi in the 45th, Ayew in the 53rd and 77th, Eze in the 53rd, and Edouard in the 69th. We will save Liverpool and Arsenal for later. Nick, we started with you. Give us your gauge on this one. 2-0 win over Everton. Nice to get back in the win column. Back in the top 4. Etc., etc., etc.
Yeah. I'm quite excited. I never thought I'd ever be. I thought you were gonna. I thought you were gonna keep on going there.
No, I was looking at the body language of you, thinking like, oh, he's gonna jump in here at some point.
Yeah, I never thought I'd say I was excited to see Tony back on the pitch, but that's what I love. Voot. He tries so hard, but there's only so far that trying so hard can really get you. But yeah, all this is great, except that Rashi's out for a couple weeks, or 40, as you boys like to say to him.
Thank
Big
Christ.
foe. Yeah.
But,
actually, real quick before you keep going, was that a Linkin Park reference? You tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, did it really even matter?
Oh wow! You know what?
walking up.
Maybe just early 2000s punk rock is ingrained in my soul.
It's bad.
Fall.
It's just subconscious. Like
Yeah.
it's just how it's just
Yeah.
cruising altitude. Okay, cool. Go ahead.
No, just excited again. Actually, it sucks that Rashford's going to be out because other people don't score except that we got, who needs Harry Kane when you got Scott McTominay? Put him at the 9 and just let the dude let it rip, but
Big twist.
Christian Eriksen's back, looked good, is big. Thank the Lord Casemiro will be back. He'll be back Thursday against Seville, I assume, and back on the weekend as well. So that's going to be big for us because I think we should comfortably finish top 4, but I've seen weirder shit happen, i.e. Leicester, back-to-back years. So it's points that were deserved, should have had, and did what we're supposed to do. So we'll take it and we'll move on.
Casemiro is just kind of like when you hire someone and then they go on like maternity or paternity leave. I feel like they're just gone. Like, it was just wild that he's been out for so long. Last time you guys played Sevilla, obviously lost in the Europa League final 2-1. Time before that is when they came back and won in the Champions League. You guys actually have not beat them in 10 years. But if you're doing the eye test, you're so much better of a team than they are, if I'm being honest. Like, this should be in the bag for you guys.
Yeah, it should. And I saw a great thing is like they compared points, the first 27 matches of Ten Hag to points, at least point total wise, to Ragnarok, and I think we're only 3 or 4 points better, and it was the classic like footy fan. Yeah, but we play so much better. We look so much better. And it's like, yeah, but again, I'm more, the big news now is the Glazers are making everybody do a third round of sale of pitches, which is fucking horseshit.
Sounds like the interview process.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, fuck that stuff.
That's more of a me problem. All right, United 2 in a row, back in the top 4. Villa 2-0 over Forest. A game they should have won. They're a better team. I think the big story here is Ollie Watkins has scored 9 goals in the past 11 games, on fire, and Aston Villa looks pretty damn good. Any other points by the guys?
Aston Villa's in Europe right now. Just calling it. Just want to throw that out there.
Currently sitting in 6th on 47 points. This win also helped you a ton, Dylan.
Well, I've been saying this for a while, and I didn't think it was going to come true, and now it kind of is. I think officially Forest is going down. They actually, like, just really suck away from home. Like, really suck. And it's a real shame that Morgan Gibbs-White is a championship player again at the end of the year. Real shame.
I knew that was going to come back and bite me in the ass for reminding me how good he is.
I think he has more goal contributions than anyone on your team.
Scoreboard. Table.
Dylan, you are not far off.
Also,
brother.
by the way,
let me just say, 27 and 30 is not that big of a difference.
Doesn't matter. I don't want to.
31.
Oh, sorry.
They got 31 points.
Listen, I don't want to derail our conversation, but you're making me go here. There's a Wolves fan account that I follow that Sohn followed today. So he's coming to the Wolves is breaking news. I'm just letting you guys know this because he's unhappy with Spurs. So we're going to have a goal scorer soon. But Nottingham Forest, bad. Going down. They also, when they're at home, they're now only tying. That's not going to get it done.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. You got to get some 3-pointers in there somewhere. Brentford 1, Newcastle 2. Nick, I think you said it last week. The lull, if you wanted to catch Newcastle when they weren't playing well, I think is past, and I think they're back to winning games that we figure they're going to win. This was no difference, and now they're in 3rd, 56 points. Do you think you're going to leapfrog them, or are they going to stay ahead of you guys?
I appreciate you thinking that I made that very intelligent comment, but it was Michael. I'll give credit where credit's due.
Damn,
but
sorry.
Do I think we're gonna leapfrog them? It's possible, but again, it's a 2x result, so doubtful because goal difference is obviously, as we said, we like to commit. So when we lose, we go for it, and it's really coming back to bite us in the backside here.
You're minus 20 goal differential with Newcastle on the same amount of points. So
not ideal.
That's like so incredibly impressive, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's pretty ridiculous. Like, I mean, like, honestly, I'm 2-2, and my run differential is like 19 or 20 because we lost 29-0, and then we won by 1 run and won by 5. You know, so it's like, well, yeah, we have a 24. We're 2-2 with a 24 run differential. Like,
Negative.
yes, negative. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
Yeah,
The
no,
wrong
not
side
definitely not for the good. Definitely not
The
for the
wrong
good.
side of 21. All right, gotcha. Any issues with Brentford? I don't think there's much to say there. The Newcastle's a better team. They just lost. All right, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Cool. Fulham West Ham, a team that's not helping Dylan right now. Okay, Michael, I think you did say this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Fulham is the first team that's on the beach.
Yeah. 100%.
They also don't
Fulham's
have a
the first
striker anymore for the rest
True.
of the season.
Which betting minds should be aware. I don't think Mitrovic is going to play the rest of the year, to be honest with you. That wouldn't surprise me.
I don't think he's not allowed.
Allowed to. Yeah.
No, they have. How many games do they have left?
Like 9. Okay, he might play the season finale.
Yeah.
Well, he's already missed 2, so he has like 6 left.
Anyway, West Ham, that was the big 3 points. They find themselves in 14th now, right behind Wolves. And Fulham safely not going to get relegated. I think they could probably sneak out with like 3, 4, 5 more points for the rest of the year and be good. They're not going to try to tackle Europe, and this is just where they're going to be. Any additions? Perfect.
I mean, they got a huge game against fucking who do they play in the conference?
Who? West Ham?
Yeah, is that who we're talking about?
Yeah. No, yeah, Ghent. I thought you were talking
Yeah.
about Fulham, but yeah, Ghent. They
No.
got Ghent coming up Thursday.
No, I would fade Fulham. You said it. I would fade Fulham on a lot of bets moving
Yes.
forward right now.
Yeah.
And
For sure.
I think West Ham now. I haven't looked at their schedule, so don't quote me on
It's
this.
hard.
Is it hard? Because
Yeah.
the thing is, I think they might have a false sense of security where they're now going to focus back on Europe, and then all of a sudden they drop another 3-4 games, and they're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
They got
possibility.
They got Arsenal, Bournemouth away, Liverpool, Palace away, City away, United, Brentford away, Leeds, and then Leicester. So like
they have to beat Bournemouth. If they screw up the Bournemouth game in 2 weeks, that's where all of a sudden they're back in trouble.
Well, they also have Leeds and Leicester at the end of the year.
Yeah. They got 9 points. If they get all 9, they're obviously good. It's over.
Especially against the other relegation teams, yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of other relegation teams, Leicester 0, Bournemouth 1. Bournemouth now in 15th. They're just hopping all like this is why it's so wild this year. Guys, Barb Tucker, cover your ears. Leicester's going down.
Yeah.
I was showing her how to use ESPN Plus this weekend.
Way to plan ahead, Dylan.
Damn.
Way to plan ahead. Dude, they look so bad. Like, they're coached right now by Adam Sandler, a.k.a. Adam Sadler. It's just dark times.
It's if Adam Sandler were in a relegation battle, he's Adam Sadler.
Yeah. Dark times there. Bournemouth with 3 points. Do they survive? If we look at that league table, bottom Southampton, Leicester's next. Nottingham Forest is in 18th. And then it's like, Everton, Leeds, Bournemouth. I think they're going to find themselves back down there at some point. But, there's 5 bad teams this year, easily.
I need Bournemouth to still be, like, on the cusp by the last game.
Yeah.
Because if it's Bournemouth or Everton, the last game of the year, like loser potentially goes down, I put my fucking bottom dollar on Bournemouth.
Damn.
I hope we get that.
I do
Yeah,
too.
same.
There could be
That
like
sounds
3 games that are all like relegation fodder.
I mean, you talk about that. I keep saying it. Our last game's against Arsenal. What if that game we screw up, and that game is we stay up or they win the league?
How are you always playing?
It's bullshit. It happens every year.
Like could win the league.
It happens
Because
every
it was
year.
us
last year. Was it?
We ended with Arsenal. We ended with Liverpool. The year before that, it was Chelsea. They're just like, how can? And that previous ones screwed us from getting into the top 7 to get back into Europe. Like, we get screwed every year, but we don't need to get into that right now. We also have refs who want us to go down, so it's fine. Back to the topic at hand. I don't remember what we're talking about, so John, I'll continue.
He's basically like, get back in the car. All right, go ahead and drive again. We're talking about we're talking about bad refs.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's the Michael B. Jordan effect, and that's why Bournemouth's gonna end up staying up too.
Yeah, Michael Bournemouth Jordan.
Yeah,
that's what the B stands for now. Bad refs you just mentioned. Tottenham and Brighton.
So bad.
2-1. This is the only game I've seen in a long ass time that both head coaches just get red cards and get tossed. But there was at least one, if not two, scenarios where I think Brighton had a pretty good argument to get a penalty. Dylan, you mentioned it in the off. What are your thoughts? What needs to happen?
I think Tottenham is the luckiest team in the absolute world. Like, the fact that they somehow won that game is mind-boggling to me. I need to know what was said at the beginning of the match, and have you guys seen anything? Because I need to know what was going on there.
No, I haven't seen anything. But De Zerbi just came out. They shook hands, and then he just immediately started chatting to him, and I think Stellini was like, "The fuck are you talking about? I just got here. I haven't been here for 3 weeks. Why are you mad at me?" And then when everything popped off when they got the red cards, did you see Stellini just standing there, not even? And then they give him the red card. He's like, "What? What are you fucking talking about?" And he's like, "Dude, your whole coaching staff is fighting right next to you. You have to do something. You have to control them in some capacity." I just don't know why it was so contentious. I have no clue.
No idea. I don't know.
I'll Google it. I'll Google it real quick.
On top of that, Minamino, it hit off.
Minamino.
Did I get that one wrong?
Matoma?
Yeah, same thing.
Oh. It's not even the right team.
Damn, he doubled down on it too. Same thing.
He said, "Yeah, whatever."
Yeah,
he
whatever.
Said,
Yikes.
Yikes. He said ramen, pho, same type of shit, whatever.
You know what I'm talking about. Not a handball. He also, I don't know how they don't call a penalty in the box. There's literally, the fix was in to make sure. I don't know. Maybe this is where Daniel Levy's spending his money, is with the refs.
That's
so
Danielle.
I was gonna say that.
What?
Danielle Levy?
I said Daniel.
Debatable.
No. I screw up. I admit when I screw up. I know I said that one right.
There's blood in the water. Nick is fucking right there.
I woke Nick up.
It's funny though. He is just staring off into space, and then he's like, "Oh, I got one. Let's go."
He's like, "Oh, I can make fun of Dylan. I'm jumping in."
Type pod. I mean, Brighton's just got to be like, "What the fuck do we got to do?" And to be honest, this is gonna. Let's flip the script. Brighton wins this game. They're a point behind Tottenham. It's insane. So
right,
this is actually a big deal.
You guys want the tea here?
With two in hand too.
Do you have the translation?
Yeah, insane.
So apparently, pre-match, in the press conference, Stellini said something along the lines of, "De Zerbi has exploited all of Potter's work at Brighton," which is pretty insane because Potter was never close to this successful there.
Yeah.
I would say this though: if Potter actually stayed and didn't go to Chelsea, I think Brighton's in a similar spot this year.
Do you think though? Because Chelsea stink.
I don't think. I think at this point it's a player problem. I don't know if it was a coach
Dude,
problem.
it's been how many months he's been there? His stamp is on this. They're scoring goals. Something Potter never did super well.
Right.
Yeah,
can I ask this? Just the competitiveness in me type question is why even say this though? What are you gaining by making? Oh, dude, that doesn't fuck with my head. That makes me think that you're insecure.
Yeah, aren't they all?
Well, what did they say at halftime?
For sure.
Did you get that, Michael?
Well, so then I guess I'm trying to find exactly what it is, but the after Son's goal or something, I guess like Romero reacted a certain way, and then like De Zerbi just kept fucking like he moved closer to the technical area and just kept talking shit to Stellini the whole time until I think it just kind of boiled over. I'm not sure about that part, but the other part was they said it could have been because like Stellini was talking shit about his team in the build up to the game and stuff.
Wild. Stellini, like, it just sucks that he has to make fun of the other coach to get his own team pumped up for a match.
I say, has he watched his own team play? Like, it's kind of tough.
Yeah. One of the amazing stats I got to see just to kick Spurs while they're up is Gabby Jesus got injured, came back, and has already scored more goals since his injury than Richarlison has all season. So
That's
good on Richie.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Dylan, spotlight. Wolves 1, Chelsea 0. Nunez in the 31st. Big 3 points for you guys. Chelsea, just a bad team. Dylan's going to be like, no, they're not.
No, their
Great team.
defense was atrocious. Like, we had like 8 corners. I don't know the last time we actually had 8 corners. Like, just gonna throw that one out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna butcher this, so just get ready to make fun of me. Cucurella, terrible.
Bad.
Like, real bad.
You were
like,
one vowel. You were one vowel off.
Was I close?
Cucurella.
Yeah, I thought about it. Thanks, Michael, for filling in, because I couldn't kick Dylan while he was up like the Spurs.
Hey, he was one letter off. If anything, it's like a 89%.
I'm actually pretty sure
B+.
That's Alex's mom's maiden name, Cucurella. That's why it's okay. That's my bad.
It's okay.
Yeah, well, I'm trying. We're professionals here. I'll get it better at some point. So anyway, we exploited the right side of that defense the entire time, and normally, like, even when we get a 1-0 lead, especially at any point this year, I'm sitting there like, oh no, we're gonna screw this up. I don't think Chelsea did a single attacking thing whatsoever, other than maybe like the first 3 minutes of the game and the last 2 minutes. Outside of that, it was like, we're playing a bottom 10 team, and there's no problem about what we're about to do today.
Yeah, it's not good when a team has holes in their defense and no bite to their offense, and I feel like that's where Chelsea is right now.
Frank Lampard made the team worse than the caretaker the week before. Just throwing that out there.
Which, that's wild. The fact, too...
No, it's not. It makes perfect sense.
True. I love that Lamps just immediately plays Aubameyang again. Oh, like it's so funny to see some of their decisions in this.
It's so funny you say that, because whenever they were making their subs, Pulisic came on, and I was like, shit, like, he'll be the one who ends up scoring against us. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they make their next sub, and it's Aubameyang, and I was like, no, okay, we're good. Like, yeah, I forgot. I honestly thought that he was like a healthy scratch still.
Yeah, there's no plan. As soon as you saw Aubameyang on the touchline, you knew there was no plan whatsoever.
Also, you can just look at like the Chelsea team. Do you remember like how good Badiashile was when he first got there? And now my man is just not playing.
No.
It's so weird. Well, it's not weird. It makes perfect sense. But like, he could be on a team playing every day and be fucking good, and instead he has to sit on this goddamn Chelsea bench.
I don't know who said it in a recent podcast. I think it was Dylan. I'm probably going to get this wrong too. Someone made the correlation to something like, hey, if you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't have one.
No, I said that, but it was about the Wolves.
Exactly. I think Chelsea has too many people at every position.
Also
like,
true.
It's just like they don't have anyone really because they just have too many. There's too many options. It's like going to dinner with my wife. She's like, I could eat any of these things. I'm going to mention all of them before I order. And then by the time it's ready to order, she doesn't know what she wants. Love it.
Also, before we move on, I just want to say shout out Toady. He played a fantastic game. That is all.
Love that. Southampton 1, City 4. Started out like the Hollywood script Michael mentioned. Southampton was playing them pretty tough. City battled back and won. Feel pretty good. Battled back.
Yeah,
adversity.
I'm really proud of you guys battling back against Southampton.
You got some imagination.
It was tough fought battle for the first 44 minutes. Whole half.
Okay. Got it.
Bicycle kick by Haaland was pretty sick, and I'm going to continue saying this on every podcast until it's recognized. 2 hockey assists today in the Champions League. Jack Grealish. He's good at soccer. Just letting you guys know.
Shout out to Jack.
Flop.
Anyway, Roy Hodgson. Let's go to something we can all agree on. Leeds took a lead. Dylan, I was in the same boat as you.
I was too.
Yeah. I left my hotel room. Leeds were up 1-0. I'm going down to the lobby to go talk to some people, eat some breakfast. Leeds looked like they were just beating the piss out of them too. Just so much momentum. I don't know what happened. I looked down at my phone. I saw there's a text from all of you guys, and I just see, I left and Leeds were up 1-0. What Palace team is this? 5-1. Crystal Palace just beat the brakes off of Leeds in the second half. So I did some investigating, and I listened to 3 different podcasts that are all Crystal Palace based, read a couple of articles, and apparently Roy Hodgson just goes in there and tells them, do whatever you want. Play your game. Play with freedom. Don't worry about a plan. I think now looking at it, Vieira just put too many guardrails on this team. One of them to play too technically, and the best thing to do is let him run. This podcast, we're lucky enough to have a coach on the panel, on the pod. Nick, are you a Roy Hodgson or are you a Vieira?
Dude, this is Ole in 50 years.
Yeah.
Play with spirit, boys, and they played. Go out and express yourself.
Yep.
I'm a mix of both. The freshman level, you got to be adaptable. We had 2 years ago, I had a very technical team. Obviously, the majority of them started varsity as sophomores this year. This year, we did not have much technical skill, so I had a great striker. So a lot of it was kick it up to Lucas, and Lucas just run as fast as you can and give it a rip, buddy. And we practiced the old defense. The only thing I didn't bring out was some string or some rope to tie their hips together, so they moved together in a back four.
Oh, that's like Mighty Ducks style.
Yeah. I thought about it because it was that bad at the beginning of the year. But I got 2 outstanding center backs and a striker. Nothing else besides that. But
Well, the middle.
Just kick it long, buddy, and hopefully Lucas scores one and we don't give one up.
Lump it forward. In one of the interviews, Hodgson referred to Jordan Ayew's hips as snake hips because he's crafty and was moving through people. What I found funny is, again, we're talking about Aubameyang coming on for Lampard, and you totally forgot he's even on that team. Some of these coaches, I feel just show up to practice, and some of these players are just so skilled or whatever in practice, and they're just why isn't this person playing? Ayew didn't score this entire season except for one other game early in the season, 2 goals. So it's kind of insane how some players can just play way better for some of these coaches.
Yeah, dude. Michael Olise, hat trick of assists as well.
Yep.
On the right side. No Zaha this game, by the way. Eze, Edouard. I mean, they still kind of need a striker, but where the fuck did Ayew come from, man? I don't understand. I wanted to call him Andre Ayew, but this is Jordan Ayew.
This is Jordan. I think Jordan's the older one, right? Who knows?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Are they even related? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, brothers. Absolutely.
Brothers.
Anyway, I thought it was wild. 2 for 2 for Hodgson, 6 points out of 6. Palace is just buzzing still in 12th. Love it.
It was so annoying. It's oh, good, they're finally out of here. And then as soon as the weekend's over, it's God damn it, they're right back where they were starting.
Dude, it's literally just they fell out of 12th. They fired Vieira, and they said, Roy, we need you back. And he said, I can guarantee you one thing. I'll get you fucking 12th.
Exactly.
I heard a radio commentator saying that they think that they're wondering if he angles for the full-time job. Come on, dude.
Let the man rest.
Yeah.
His blanket.
Shit.
I want him fucking knitting on the sideline.
One of the podcasts I did listen to, he did it was an interview with him, and he mentioned his wife. And I was just like, she's probably sitting there. It's like, oh man,
Dude, we know the elderly.
we were chilling, we were like having a good time, and
We're
now you're gonna
fucking
go
vibing.
back to work. Yeah, AARP's kicking in. We're about to go on Medicare.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Well, no, not there, but
Yeah, it's all paid for. Anyway, shout out to Roy. Love it. I love a success story. He's kind of like the rookie, Dennis Quaid. Just watched that movie a week ago. Still a good one. Michael, Liverpool 2, Arsenal 2. Martinelli in the 8th, Gabby Jesus in the 28th, Mo Salah in the 42nd, Mo missing a pen in the 54th, and then Firmino, a bit of a swan song, if you will, in the 87th minute to share points with the top Gunners. Let's get your take first, and then I'm sure we can all fill in some blanks here and there.
we looked like shit for 30 minutes, and then after that we looked like maybe the best team in the country for whatever fucking reason. I don't know, dude. Like, great goal by Martinelli, I guess. Like, good run. Our defense, like, stunk. Van Dijk, great assist. Ha 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 ha. Good joke. Xhaka, like, thank you so much for firing up the entire team. Shout out to Konate. Incredible game at center back for him. He should start every game now. I was getting ready, down 2-0. I was getting ready to say, like, there are 2 guaranteed spots next year. Everything else is up for debate. It's Salah and Alisson. And now I think there are like 4 guaranteed spots. And 5, I guess. Van Dijk, Konate, Alisson, Salah, and then I think Nunez coming on was huge. I think he's just fucking running all the time. The last goal, I mean the first goal, like, great, whatever. But the last goal, like, Trent megging Zinchenko right before he goes off. Bobby with the goal. I'm getting a little bit depressed now thinking about Firmino leaving after this, but should have won. I mean, we should. Konate also, like, I feel bad for him because I know that feeling, like, you're just trying to, like, get whatever you can on the ball so it goes in, doesn't go past you. And Ramsdale just made, like, a great save. He should be England's number 1. There's no debate in my mind. Like, he's just a big time player. I don't think Pickford is, and I also hate Everton. So, like, you know,
Double
easy for
win.
me.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, if you want, we can talk about the game first, then we can talk about the stuff around the game if you'd like.
Well, I like that breakdown of the game. Dylan and Nick, anything within the game? Did you guys get to watch it? You know, anything you guys want to say?
Yeah, no one fucking answered me, by the way. Thank you. I was talking to my fucking self in the chat.
Yeah,
I was
been
at
there,
church, dude.
been there, done that. So you know,
Imagine.
now you know how it feels, bro. Go
Yeah.
put your
I was at
sunglasses and
church.
hood back on.
I was at church with Alex's family. I was not allowed to bring the phone out.
I always answer you, Nick. Get the hell out of here.
That's true.
Dylan, you know, in God's house, that's excusable.
I mean, I was in church as well. I did see it when I came back. with
Oh,
everyone to
okay.
lunch.
All right.
I would like to throw out maybe Mo Salah should take a break from taking penalty kicks.
I mean,
Just gonna say it.
Maybe Klopp should have wore his glasses.
he hasn't had the glasses for like over a year now, but
Well, clearly he should revisit that idea.
I mean, he's not
Maybe
not taking the pen, so, you know.
Maybe Arsenal shouldn't give up goals in the last 5 minutes of each half.
True. They're called momentum swingers.
Some would say that.
Yeah.
If I will say, if Nunez scored that like one-on-one he had with Ramsdale, which he couldn't get out from underneath him, you know, needs to do better. He's obviously like $85-90 million striker or whatever. But if he scores that, I actually think we win the game because it was just a constant like barrage of the ball basically almost going in their net. At some point it was going to go in and we just ran out of time.
Yeah.
But
The-
you know,
the-
what are you going to do?
The things I took away from this were Aaron Ramsdale, like you said, I think is a top 3 keeper in the league now and definitely should be England's. The saves he was making were insane. The thing I thought was funny, again, I've listened to a few different pods this week just to hear people's opinions on it. Granted, Xhaka lost this game or tied this game for them. And I think what ended up happening was he didn't need to get this yellow card with Trent. He didn't need to do what he did. And honestly, I think Trent was a little startled by him doing this. And for some reason, in Trent's brain, it goes back to the last 4 years. And he was like, I'm not going to take it from this guy. This guy? This guy.
Granit Xhaka?
Granted, the past 4 years, we've been pantsing them and spanking them every game. I'm not taking it from this guy. We're about to lose. No, we're not. And I think that was the difference. I do. They scored a minute later, and I think it's the one place where no matter what your team is, no matter who your team is, why are you getting the crowd involved? From everything I heard, it was silent there for the most part in the first half because you guys were getting battered. Why get them involved? Why?
We were getting fucking cooked, brother.
Yeah. So shout out to Granit Xhaka. I appreciate him. I appreciate Klopp. I appreciate Trent. I also appreciate Zinchenko. Way to get nutmegged. And
That's fucked. That's actually
give us a
fucked
point.
of you to say.
Good
I also will say, like, I like him a lot, and I know I did a whole settle the fuck down everybody on this guy, but apart from the first one involvement in that first 30 minutes, Bukayo Saka was not there.
Yep.
It was Martinelli. Martinelli was way better, like way, way, way better, and Gabby Jesus was way better. Tried to do a little no-look pass. He looked, kicked it, and then turned his head around, you know. Let fucking Firmino do that shit, but
Let the record show it was no Bobby Firmino no looker. Got it. I mean, Michael, that's going to be, I feel like anyone playing you guys, that left side's going to be more open just in general than the right side.
for sure.
But yeah.
But Bukayo Saka is better than
Martinelli.
Mane or Salah have ever been.
True.
So
Very true. From the Arsenal fans. All right. The things around the game. Dylan and Nick, did you get a chance to look at Andy Robertson getting absolutely just bowed up by the ref?
Yeah, I feel like that's frowned upon.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, but I don't think he should lose his job over it.
I disagree. You can't be just going after players.
So
Also-
it's okay. So I'll do this. I'll do this.
You have one job.
I'll do
You have-
this.
it's
I'll
like-
do this. So
Wait,
you're allowed to go
wait.
push it.
It's like a Little Caesars
So
commercial.
Mitrovic.
There's
So
no rules.
Mitrovic
There's
goes.
one rule.
So Mitrovic bumps. I know it's not the same, but Mitrovic bumps someone, right?
Yeah.
Bumps is a generous
All
interpretation.
right, whatever.
of
He
that.
does what he did. Whatever he did, right? He gets an 8-game suspension, right? You know, which is fair. Like he gets what he gets. This, or how about the fact that, like, you look at Eric Cantona goes in and drop kicks a fan. He's still allowed to come back and play.
Well, yeah,
Why is this guy not allowed
Nick,
to come back and
Nick,
referee?
real quick, before
I think
anyone
they
says anything, Nick, you being a history teacher, you want me to explain capitalism to you? Eric Cantona was worth how many $1 million, and this ref is worth how many $1,000?
Let me educate you, brother, with the people that serve you, that make this job happen. Without the referees, there is no game.
Oh, it would be so
just
much
anarchy.
better.
It's just-
It'd be so much better.
Hold on, time out. Without referees, I think we actually could get legit games that aren't under controversy this year.
Brighton
so
might have won today without referees.
They would have
Yeah.
won today without referees.
Bro, I hear you, Nick, but this man just straight up, like, enforcer hockey just started the lawnmower on Rob.
I mean, let's settle down with the Eric Lindros references. Like, it's not like he's not getting knocked out. If he's gonna get hurt by that, then he's not this big bad Scottish guy he talks about.
BBC One's podcast referred to this referee as Beefcake. They said he was huge.
Yeah,
That
he's
he
pretty
lifts.
jacked.
He's
pretty
a
jacked.
big man. So, but I will say this. Go ahead, Michael, and then I'll say my piece.
I just want to say it's so funny to hear like all these different like opinions. And okay, go ahead, Dylan. Yeah, well, I'll pass it on to you, and then it'll come back to me, and then I'll pass it back to John, and then we'll just keep going around and around and around.
For sure.
Listen, it just hit me how to like throw what Nick just said back in his face. You're a teacher. If Mitrovic is a student and comes after you, he's getting suspended if it's a first offense. you elbow a student in the face, you're probably losing.
You're just getting
your job.
sent to another district, but you're getting another job.
Dude,
Yeah.
you're
Correct.
Dude,
Oh,
you're-
wait, sorry, hold on. You're not a
talking
cop.
about, but
You're
you're
not a
talking about
cop.
assault,
championship.
assault on a minor. That's what that is, Dylan. It's completely different.
All right, let's get
So
off of this
assault
subject.
on an adult doesn't matter.
Let's get off.
They all
let's get
matter.
off.
I wouldn't call that assault.
Let's
Come
talk-
on.
let's talk
that was
something
that.
else.
Then Carl Malone. then talking about Carl Malone and his sharp elbows. That dude should be in jail. Well, for many things, he should be in jail. But you know.
Michael, you didn't like my metaphor?
No, I liked it, but it is
Yeah.
a little different for sure.
True.
I just want to say it's so funny to hear this discourse about this incident, and then to hear one of the biggest whiners in the history, and Roy Keane called Andy Robertson a baby over and over again about this whole thing, and then to see the people on the Liverpool fans on Twitter go, he elbowed him, and then he clearly elbows him, and then goes relax to Robertson, who I'm sure went up there like every fucking player does, and goes hey man, what the fuck, blah 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 blah. But all the Liverpool fan accounts were going he elbowed him, and then he did the you're small, which he definitely doesn't even know what the fuck that is. He has no clue. I just love that it's you can swing this either way. It's so good.
Dude, Roy Keane's so right. If you're gonna get hit, talk about Alfie Holland. If you're gonna get hit, dude, take out someone's kneecap. Look Gareth Southgate. If you're gonna do it, go fucking go ruin their career, not just give them a little
Tanya
chin
Harding
bruise. Yeah, seriously. What Dylan said.
I think the ghost of Alfie Holland's going to be haunting you guys for the next 4 years.
I think he's gonna be in Real Madrid in 2 years, so I ain't fucking worried about it.
Well,
He's not. Yeah, he's not playing in League Two.
see. Yeah. Okay, relax.
It's generous of you,
not-
Michael.
Not to spice Michael up anymore, but put my lawyer hat on real quick.
Spice me.
There is an argument to be made that Robertson grabbed his arm, and it was a natural reaction.
I don't know if that's a natural. I think that no. I think the natural reaction is to pull your arm away.
What's he doing?
He's lifting his arm in the direction of the person. That's not pulling it away. You want to try to get away from the person.
Dylan's got him out of a job. Dylan's not a job creator. Nick wants him suspended. Michael, what's your say?
He should be suspended. He shouldn't lose his job.
Yeah, he should. Yeah, he should be suspended. You can't do that shit.
He should go to the National League.
But I swear to God, if you fucking touch Mo Salah like that, I want you on. I want you shipped to Mars.
Love it. All right, before we get into
Motherfucker.
some bets, let's just get our twice a week now update on how we feel about how things are going to shake out. Nick, you mentioned it. You guys are for sure guaranteed top 4 is what you said, right?
Definitely top 4.
Definitely top 4. Newcastle's in it. Does anyone get those 2 teams out? Michael, start with you.
You broke the fuck up. I don't know what you said.
Oh, sorry.
I can answer.
Yeah, go ahead, Dylan.
Michael figured it
if
out
the
by
refs aren't
context clues.
involved- If the
All right.
refs aren't involved, yes, Brighton.
Oh, if the refs are not involved, Brighton becomes top 4.
If the refs are involved, Aston Villa.
You're okay. This isn't a real.
Okay.
This isn't a real debate.
Yeah. It's Fugazi, it's a Wazi, it's a Woozy. Michael, Manchester United, Newcastle, they're top 4. Do they stay there?
Yeah, because I don't think any amount of referee interference could stop Spurs from being Spurs.
Yeah. Do you guys get Europe? Of
I
any
hope
type?
not. I hope not.
No, there's a voodoo doll on them. I told you this.
Good to know. Dylan, back to reality. Are those your top 4 teams?
Arsenal, City, Newcastle, Man United, yes.
Okay. Who's the outsider getting Europe? Is it Villa, actually?
I mean, honestly, Brighton's a point off of Spurs if they win their games in hand, and we talked about this. They were a good team, so I expect them to win their games in hand. So, I would love it if Spurs can somehow screw up and you get Villa and Brighton to both jump them.
That would be
But
fire.
I think Brighton's the actual realistic one
Gotcha.
to get ahead of Spurs.
Okay. Who's your bottom 3? Dylan, go quick.
Not woofs. It's Southampton, Nottingham Forest, and I will go Leicester with a backdoor cover of potentially Leeds falling completely apart after what just happened.
Yeah, I think there's actually that should be on red alert right now. Michael, bottom three.
I believe the same last time I said it. It will be Southampton. It will end up being Nottingham Forest, unfortunately. And Leicester will save themselves, and Everton will fall in.
Nick.
Just that's the hill we're ready to die on, huh, Michael?
Every time they're there, I'll put them down.
He's keeping it prepped.
I think it's set. I think this is what it is.
Yep. Cool. All right. Dylan? Is it too early for bets?
No, right. I got Champions League bets for you guys.
All right. Let's hear it.
So, fun fact, my boss has been asking me for a soccer bet each week. So I have to make sure I actually pick something good because I think my job depends on it. I've just given him Newcastle the past 2 weeks, so that's gone well.
Yep.
I panicked a little bit, but I think it's a good bet, so I'm saying it on here. Real Madrid -1.5 plus 190 against Chelsea tomorrow.
I picked Real Madrid to win on aggregate 6-0 against Chelsea, and I'm not a fear of that at all.
Yeah, if I'm basing it off of I've watched some Real Madrid, they're good. I just watched Chelsea and we scored against them, i.e. bad.
Yeah. So
that is bet number 1. Bet number 2, the CONCACAF Champions League tomorrow night. Philadelphia Union draw, no bet, plus 210 over Atlas of Liga MX.
They're up 1-0, right?
1-0 on aggregate. I realistically see this being a draw, but I'm too scared to take the draw, so I just want the Union to win. And if it is a draw, you just get your money back. Is why I'm doing it.
Good deal. CONCACAF Champions League, actually a lot of fun to watch.
It is. There's some games on right now.
Tuned in. Michael?
Let me just say, in 20 days at 3 p.m., Leicester host Everton. Will be a massive game.
Massive.
Unless one of them is safe, then it won't matter.
Absolutely.
But they won't be because they're both bad, so,
I also saw today, just in some random news, that there is going to be a Premier League in the USA tournament style thing here this summer. I don't know if you guys saw this.
Looks pretty sick.
Every team in it safely not going to be relegated.
Bullshit.
Except for Chelsea.
I'm so upset that they're finally doing this year when it's the one year that the Wolves would probably have came if they weren't in this shit.
Yeah. I think that's true. What was it? It was Chelsea, it was Fulham, Brentford, Brighton. I think Chelsea was the biggest team.
Yeah, right? Chelsea's the biggest team.
Yeah. So, it'll be fun. I think we should try to go.
Newcastle and Villa are coming too.
Yeah, those are the two. Newcastle. Argument Newcastle might be a bigger team than Chelsea. Just kidding. One of the games is going to be at Red Bull Arena. Another thing getting hosted at Red Bull Arena, Gold Cup.
Yeah. There's also 3 games in Philly, which is as much as I don't like Philly sports on a lot of other things, the setup in Philly is great. For the link.
Yeah.
Speaking of Philly, we're on YouTube, right, John?
Yep.
Shout out fellow YouTuber Ben Foster. Getting dude, there was an account that said YouTuber Ben Foster saves penalty in Wrexham Notts County game, and they're like, my man spent 20 years playing professional goalkeeper to be called a YouTuber. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But big save to get Wrexham pretty much promoted.
Yeah, I think that was a huge what'd you say, Michael? They have to go 2-1-1.
2-1-1 and they're in. They go. So
did you see McElhaney's tweet during the game? It was just, I can't believe I thought football was boring my whole life.
Yeah, it's dude, that has been literal storybook type shit. Also shout out to Philly. I'll be there Saturday all day.
Double save by Ben Foster.
Yeah,
dude,
it was.
Okay, wait, it was. It hit the one hand and then hit the other.
Yeah, it was going in if it didn't hit his left hand.
If he didn't save it, it was going in.
Your youth are being educated, folks.
Yeah, the schnozberries taste like schnozberries too, dickhead.
Yes. Listen, Nick, we said it before you got on. If you win a third game, you're on a winning streak. So we're thinking of you moving forward.
Hey. Let's
I want
go.
one of those hats.
Yeah.
Hit
Well,
me.
this-
slide
Michael,
in my
there's a store.
slide in my DMs. What size? you
Motherfucker,
got?
I'm sliding in right now. Give me a hat.
What size are you, motherfucker?
I don't know. I have a lot of hair now, so I have to check.
Dude, that's a real thing because when I got the hats in, I still had my long hair. I was a medium. I got my hair cut. I had to go down to a small.
Nick, 2 for 2. When you have more hair on your head becomes bigger.
Didn't think it would be that much of a difference.
That was a little bit of me too. I have to come clean there.
Yeah.
You guys can take that one. Dylan, get us out of here on an intelligent joke, please.
Oh shit.
I have a good one for you guys. Which goalie can jump higher than the crossbars? All of them crossbars can't jump. Cheers.
God.
The NAFTA podcast.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.